What's up, y'all? In today's video, I'm gonna show y'all how much I earned in September with one vehicle. So I used to have two cars on Turo listed, and then if you guys been keeping up with my channel, like towards the end of August, a guest damaged my transmission, and Turo got back to me. They deemed it a total loss, and with the claim process with a total loss, it's a lot longer. So I'm still going through that process, but once I get an update from Turo and I get paid out and everything like that, I'm gonna make another video updating y'all on how much I got paid and everything like that. And so September was my first month with one car on Turo listed, which was the Hyundai Accent, and this car's been doing great. I've had it since last year, and I got it around like August of 2024. So I've had it for like a year and 1 month now, going on to a year and 2 months of like once October ends. But yeah, so I've had this car for quite a while and been doing great. Made me some good money because I don't have no car payment on it, and the insurance on it is very cheap because I got liability insurance, and it's only like $75 a month. And so everything else I make is really profit. And besides like maintenance and stuff like oil change and tire change, I do those, like I check on those like every 3 to 4 months, and then especially oil change every 3 months, and then tire, like I just check the tires to make sure threads are good and everything like that every like 6 months. So I do plan on keeping this car for another year or two, just because it's one of the only cars that's been very profitable for me, and also it's very cheap. Like the parts, if anything goes wrong, is very cheap to fix. So my plan is to just keep it and just keep generating income, because it's the one car that's been reliable and has been on Turo for a year, almost 2 months for me now, and just been making me money every single month. Alright, so I'm gonna show y'all how much I made in September, and also show y'all how much I made from January till now. And I've been trying out monthly trips, and I've had 2 monthly trips in the past. So my first monthly trip I only made like $450, and then my second one I made like $600. And that's because in the Turo settings, you can basically change how much discount you give to a guest. Because they're booking it for a month, they get an automatic big discount. It's like having a apartment. So if you have an apartment compared to a hotel, your apartment would be cheaper. You'll save more money than if you was to have a hotel every single night. So that's how basically it is with the cars when you rent them out for a whole month. So the guests will get like a discount for having it a whole month, and their daily rate will change. And I just been playing around in the settings, and I found a good setting that I like. A good discount is around like 20% to 24%. That makes me about $700 a month now, because this car makes anywhere between $500 to $800 a month. So I'm gonna show y'all how much I made in September. All right, guys. So here's my Hyundai Accent 2016. So you guys can see it's not the best looking car. Very cheap. It still gets the job done, still earns me money every month. So it's a good economy car that's reliable, saves money on gas. And yeah, so I make about $500 to $800 a month. I haven't made $800 anytime like this year, but last year I've hit my highest that I've hit last year was in December. I hit like $900. So it has a 4.85 star rating, been on 63 trips. And so yeah, man, that's the car that's been doing great for me. All right, so month of September on my Hyundai Accent 2016, I've made $587. And my car was actually on a monthly trip in September that had ended on September 20th. That started around August 20th all the way to September 20th. And then I had other bookings. And so that's how I ended up making $587. So if you guys, let's go back to January. So you guys can see January made 509, and then February made 659, March made $676, April made $644. And around this area, I probably had like a couple car issues that I had to fix up. And all right, so I was trying to remember what it was, the car issue that I was having. It was an alternator problem, so I had replaced my alternator myself. I just watched a couple YouTube videos, and this car, the reason why I love this car is very cheap and basic. So like the parts and some parts of the car is very simple to fix up. Like the alternator, I was able to do that on my own. And so the alternator only cost me $220, and the belt, I did the belt also. The belt cost me $15. So I actually ended up saving a lot of money, because if I would have took it into the shop, they would have charged me a lot of money for the labor, probably like $800 or something. So for May, I made $250. And also this is around the same time I started playing with the monthly trips. And so I had a monthly trip, and so my earnings kind of went down. So I made $345 in June, and then July is when my car was on there for a full month without a monthly trip, and I made $731. So you guys can see my earnings just jumped. And then August, so you guys can see this big red right here, $418. That means that's missed earnings right here, $418 missed earnings. And the reason why is because I canceled a monthly trip. The reason why I canceled the monthly trip is because after my earnings had went down around this month and then jumped up here, so I was like, okay, cool, I need to change my monthly trip discounts in the settings. So I did that a little bit, and I still ended up making $475, although I had another monthly trip, but it started in August 20th and it ended all the way till September 20th, like I was saying earlier. And so September I made $587, and now in October I only made $102. And so that brings my car year to date at $4,978. Almost $5K, man. That's really good, because this car only cost me $3,900 to buy, and right now it's sitting at like 150K miles. So I'll probably try to keep it for another year. That's my plan, until it hits about like 200K miles, and probably just sell it for like 2K. All right, so my earnings from last year to now has actually dropped, and that's because there's more competition now, and new cars are getting listed that look much better than my car. But as long as I continue making 400, 500, 600, 700 a month on this car, I'm gonna just leave it on the platform and try to save up, and you know what I'm saying, try to upgrade, because there are new listings, newer cars that my car is competing with, that are gonna be around the same price range, just a little bit more expensive, just a tiny bit more expensive. So you guys can see 2019 Hyundai 147. My car goes for like 105, 109, around that area. That's a new listing right there. Toyota Corolla 2016. This is in my area, so all these cars, and as you guys can see, man, there's 153 cars available right now in my area, which is a lot of cars. And a lot of these cars are looking much better than mine, you know what I'm saying? 2013 Toyota Prius, been on 20 trips, so you can tell this is a new listing too, probably been listed like a month or two ago. Yeah, so my car is competing against a lot of newer cars. 2017 Nissan Sentra, so you guys can see $112, that's around the same as my car. And yeah, man, so I'm gonna have to save up fast and try to put a newer car on Turo. Hyundai Sonata 2015. I had this car, but it's unreliable, so I'm getting rid of that car. And yeah, so I'm gonna be focusing more on reliable cars like a Mazda. Yeah, so Mazda 2016, those I'll probably look into those. Nissan Altima. I'm not really big on Nissan. Comment down below if you guys think Nissans are reliable. Look at that. A lot of Nissans, man. Nissan. Then back-to-back 2020 Nissan Altima, around the same price. Chevrolet Blazer, you can tell this is a new listing. Only had 3 trips. New listing, only had 3 trips. Dodge Grand Caravana, 2014. Yeah, a lot of new listing. Ford Fiesta 2019. That's a new listing. So yeah, my car's been competing. It's been doing decent, and I've been noticing like I have to lower my price a lot more than last year. So definitely there's competition. New listing, Dodge Journey 2018, only 137 bucks. Bro, these people just want some, like, I don't want to say chump change, but they're lowering their car a lot. Like, this car should at least be a lot more than 137. It's a 2018 Dodge Journey. Man, that's crazy. Nissan Transit 2019. New listing, Chevrolet Spark 2019. So if you guys notice, man, there's actually not a lot of Toyotas that are listed on this Turo platform, and that's because Toyotas are a lot more expensive. And so you guys can see 2024, damn, Toyota Camry 2024 All-Star Host. This must be a new listing too, 217 bucks. Let's look at the other one. Toyota Yaris 2012. This one has been on here for a while. I think I seen this car like last year. But yeah, so you guys can see that Toyotas go for a lot more. So Toyotas are high in demand, and they're also expensive to get though. Tesla Model 3 2024, 188 bucks. It's kind of low for a Tesla. Ford Edge 2013, 155. That's almost as much as a Tesla. So which car would you guys get? The Tesla Model 3 to make an extra 30 bucks, or Ford Edge 2013 that's going to cost way less? You know what I'm saying? So right now I'm focusing on cars like this that are super cheap, but make almost as much as, you know what I'm saying, the newer cars. So that's a 2024 and that's a 2013, almost only a $30 difference. But this guy paid, you know what I'm saying, a lot of money for that Tesla. Let's go down the list. But yeah, man, so new listing, look, Jeep Renegade 2016. That's a new listing for 115 bucks, which is almost the same price as my car. Yeah, man, like the competition is heating up. So, you know what I'm saying, I gotta go up a notch, man. This is a new listing too, Chevrolet Spark 2015, another new listing. Back to back, bro, back to back new listings. But yeah, man, so you guys can see, man, my car is competing against a lot of new listings and a lot of newer cars that's being listed. But as long as I keep making that 400, 500, like I said, I'm gonna keep the car on Turo. And if it gets to a point where it's like I'm not making no more money, I'm gonna get rid of the car and try to sell it for like 2 to 3K, because I've already made profit from this car. And yeah, man, thanks for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Peace.